My name is Clint and I'm from Castle Rock, Colorado. And the reason I skipped on that, we haven't been here that long, but the time that we have been here, it's been an adventure. My wife hooked up with a ladies group in our little town in Castle Rock, and Jody Rhonda was running the little group, and my wife brought it home, and it was the very thing I knew, because we've heard about healing. We've been in the church experience now since before we were married, and we kind of rolled out in the Jesus movement back in the 70s and raised our children through that, and 2 quality kids who grew up in church. Pretty right thinkers. They're good kids. But again, this message, or the ultimate cure, opening up Dr. Henry's book and going, oh my gosh, here it is. Here's an opportunity to learn more and to get a greater understanding of what God's gifts are and how to receive those as people, and then how to step out of your paradigm and minister that. The book came first, and then at that point there was an opportunity to do the online and then to share that with others within our little community group or our home group, and then to be able to go to the Be in Health marriage ministry in October of last year. So that's where we were first introduced to the opportunity to get down to Georgia and see what was going on down there. And then with that, just the simplicity and the sincerity in Dr. Henry and his wife Donna, how we felt personally touched by God at that, and then to walk away from that knowing that there's a lot more truth to this, and it, how would I say it, it bore witness with us that it was time to go a little bit deeper and take a greater step in what God wanted to do next in our lives. I would say absolutely covering our wives and being that Godhead in the family. I think that the umbrella thing, I mean, it was just so simple. I mean, I folded up the umbrella and I put it away for a long time. Things like that just God wakes you up to, and it happened at that time, at that place in Thomaston, Georgia. And the trip was the silent ride home after the marriage retreat. And when I say silent ride home, it was like thinking about all the things that had taken place as far as healing and the propagation of what Jesus was going to do next in our lives. And then from there, my wife, injured in January, fell down and shattered her left collarbone. Had to have it surgically plated and put back together, had that done. And then in March, late March, I fell off my motorcycle and got hurt pretty bad. Fractured my left hip, my right scapula, my left orbit, 2 ribs, and a whole bunch of vertebrae. And through that process, having to go to the next step in the ability to hear God. And I think that was probably one of the biggest leap of faith that I have personally, and my wife, taking care of her, getting her through the process of healing, and then all of a sudden, bang, this happened to me.
So did she originally come for my life to be healed for something? Or did you? Or
I think for us, it was getting to a greater understanding of not only healing, but then how to step out and be able to tell people there is a God that does heal. Because again, in the church, as our teacher we just got out of class, our teacher was just talking to us about interesting about that paradigm shift, and actually how does healing take place, and how pastors and teachers and prophets and evangelists and ministers grab hold of this thing and hold on to it and don't deliver it to the people. And there in Be in Health, there it is. You know, I'm that one sheep that Jesus came after. And it was because of learning the truth. And the truth will set you free. And that is the fact that He loves me. And that He taught me to love Him with everything I got, my whole heart. And then to love my neighbor. And to reach out to people. And that's, I think, an instrumental tool or a foundational tool in the Word of God. And Be in Health has put it into a perspective that makes it simple to reach out to that neighbor.
That's awesome.
And if it's handing them the book and say, read this, and they do, then it opens up opportunity for others to receive the gift of the Word, who He is, Jesus Christ. There's people there that no matter what, unconditionally will love you, will receive you where you're at, and will walk you out of this, whatever it is, whatever.